all, welcome back to the final chapter of this book. This is the Traveler's Notebook Tokyo Edition book, and this will be the final part of this book, which is our last days in Tokyo. So we spent the night at a hotel near the airport, and then the next day we got up, we went to the Narita Airport, we did some shopping. They have a mall there with quite a few stores, and then we took the airplane home. So this is kind of the last leg of our trip. And as I mentioned before, I'm not including any Disney in this album. It'll be a separate album. And I will be doing another album for this trip, but it will be more in-depth and more kind of just about the fun stuff that we did, the food that we ate, because I just wanted to do a timeline for this album, the specific Tokyo album. So instead, I thought I would do a second album, and it'll show some of the stamps that we collected and the food that we ate and all the treats that we tried at the konbini stores and all that kind of stuff. So this page is the final page for this first book, and then I'll be working on a second book, but I'll probably put that on hold because we're getting close to the end of September, and I love to do October daily and December daily, so I know those will take up October and December. So I may get to this in November, or I may work on the Disney album. We'll see. But for now, we're just going to finish off this first book, and I'm happy to have this one all wrapped up. Again, we stayed at a hotel, so this is just all the stuff from the hotel we stayed at. It was an airport hotel, so it was like literally just right beside the airport. And we just thought, we would get there the night before so that we wouldn't be worried about making it to the hotel if our bus broke down or a train broke down or something. So we wanted to make sure we were close to the airport. So we took the bus from the Disney hotel and just decided to get there for the night before. And we stayed at the Tobu, I think it was called the Tobu Hotel. It was a nice hotel. And then they also had a nice breakfast that we had there. So that first page is just all the stuff from the Tobu Hotel, just a couple pictures from the bus, and a picture of our hotel. And I'm just going to date stamp on the outside of this pocket just to finish off that first page, which was August 1st. And then the second page will be August 2nd, which was us going to the Narita Airport. We had breakfast at the hotel, and then we headed over early because we knew we wanted to do some shopping. They have a bunch of stores. They have like a whole mall kind of area at the Narita Airport. So we knew there was a couple stores we wanted to hit up for sure. One of them was the Traveler's Factory store. I was so excited about this when I heard that they had one at the airport. We didn't have time when we got to Japan, so I made sure that we had lots of time on our way home to stop and for me to do some shopping and pick up some new traveler's notebooks and stuff from the store. So this store was actually a great store. If you want to see kind of what I got from there, you can check out my Instagram. I'm Fleurs by Design pretty much anywhere. I have an Instagram and TikTok, and then on YouTube as well. So I've documented a lot of this, the trip through Instagram as well, so you can definitely go see a bunch of reels and photos over there. So I'm just going to add this paper bag, which was the bag that they gave me with the stuff inside. I'm going to add it to the right-hand side here, and that's going to be kind of the background for this layout. And then I wanted to add the receipt, of course, for the stuff that I purchased, as well as maybe a sticker, or they had these little Kachikon machines, and I think it was only like a yen, which is like $1, and you basically get a little button or badge. So I did it twice. I did two. I should have done more. There was like 12 different types of badges, I think, in the machine. I only did two. I should have done more. I don't know why I didn't do more. But they also had the stamp, I think they call it the stamp caravan going on at the time. So all of their stamps were put out. So that took me a good like 30 minutes just to go and get my stamp book and go and stamp all the different stamps from there. So I have like every stamp that they had. And you can see here, I've turned it in a little pocket. I'm going to add the receipt into the pocket, and then I'm going to add one of the little badges, and I'll end up adding a sticker to this page as well. And yeah, the Traveler's Factory store was great. If you ever go to Japan, definitely make a stop there, especially if you love Traveler's Notebooks like I do. So here I am just going through the stickers. I'm just going to pick one random sticker to go on this page, just because they are the Travelers Company stickers. So I wanted to add one for sure here. So I'm just going to play around with the placement of these things a little bit. I end up changing it a little bit once I print out a photo, because I did take a photo of a selfie of myself in front of the store, and I wanted to add that to this page as well. So I end up moving things around again in a minute. I take the sticker and move it so that I can put the photo up there. And I'm just going to figure out how to add this badge. I tried to do it with the tape, but that didn't work. So I end up putting it on the Have a Nice Trip background and then sticking that down. So for the next part of the layout, I'm just going to document all the other stores. I wanted to do the Travelers Company one separate because that's kind of for me. But we also hit up a bunch of other stores. So I've got all the receipts, and I'm just going to kind of do a spread with all the receipts. And we did get from the Pokemon store a cute little Pokemon sticker. And I will print out some photos as well. And I have another Coke bottle wrapper. So there's a few things I'm going to add on here. Just kind of do a background with all the receipts and then add a few photos. So I printed out a grid photo of the stores. There was also a Pop Mart little vending machine there as well, which I didn't end up getting anything from. I was really disappointed because I was really hoping there was something from Pop Mart that I could get, but there wasn't anything that I really wanted. So I'm just going to lay out these receipts on this page along with some of the tags and the stickers. And here is when I realized that I wanted to print out a photo from when I was at the Travelers Factory store. So I'm just going to take off the backing, which will take me a few seconds here. Sometimes, convenience sometimes is not as convenient as you think it is. Trying to get the backs off these sticker photos is crazy. So you'll see me here pause for a bit because that's what I'm trying to do. Anyway, as soon as I get that off, I realized that the photo is too big to go where I wanted it to go. It'll cover up that Have a Nice Trip, which I didn't want to do. So I end up peeling off the sticker at the top, sticking the photo up there and putting the sticker further down. And it doesn't cover it up quite as much. So that page is now complete. And I'm going to start laying down all of these receipts and the Coke wrappers and the photos on the other page. So here it is, kind of all laid out, and from here I'm just going to add that cute little Pokemon sticker and then the photo, the grid photo that I took of the stores that we went and saw. And I'll do a little bit of journaling on this page, and then that page is done. And now we are on to our last page of the album. I can't believe I've made it to the last page. Woohoo! So the last page is just going to be most of the baggage stuff and the boarding passes from our flight back home. And I will print out a photo as well of us coming home. So I'm going to use that fly to the world from Narita Airport, or I'm going to try and use it. But once again, I haven't used as many stickers as I wanted to. I was really trying this time to use up my stickers, but I think what I'm going to end up doing is at the front, I just have one sticker on the front of this book, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and just cover the whole thing, make a collage with whatever stickers I have left, and try and use up as much as I can. And always when I finish an album, so when I get to this point, the album is what you call finished, I always go back and look through all the pages and see if I feel like they're missing anything or if I want to add something, and of course add all my journaling. So that's kind of like the last thing I do when I'm doing mini albums is I work on like the base of the album first, get it finished, and then add the finishing touches, add maybe some extra stickers, add maybe some journaling bits, add, whatever else it feels like it's missing, I go in and add it, and then that's when I call it finished. So there probably will be one more part to this series after this one, and that'll be just me flipping through the whole book and then kind of adding some finishing touches if I feel like a page needs it. So for this one, I have a Zip Air baggage kind of strip. I've never had that happen before, but everything that we carried on to the airplane had to have this little like branding on it. So they stuck it on everything, like my purse, the little bag Mike was carrying on his backpack. Like everything that we took on to the airplane had to have this Zip Air baggage. So I used that strip. I just took it off my purse, and then I have the boarding passes. And we also, once again, at the airport, got to go into a lounge. Highly recommend if you can afford it. My husband got these free when he applied for a Visa card, so it didn't cost us anything. A lot of times, if you're with a points company, you can get these as well. Like Aeroplan, I know if you do Aeroplan points, you can get the lounge stuff. Usually get 1 or 2 free with that every year. So if you can do it, it really was nice not having to be out in the big crowds and be able to just sit and relax, and everything in there is free. So you get drinks. There was alcohol if you wanted to drink wine or sake or beer, and then there was pop and food constantly being served. It was great. I would highly recommend, especially on something like this one where the flight's quite long. It's nice to be able to just relax while you're waiting for your airplane, because you have to be there, 3 hours ahead of time, right? So really enjoyed that. Would definitely do that again if we take a long flight. So this one is just another kind of collage of all of the stuff that I have from the last day that we were there, from the actual flying, the all that stuff. And I will add a few photos to this one, and then that will be it for this album. So here's kind of the grid of photos that I printed out. One was just the flight board, and then there was this like character in the airport. I'm not sure who he is, but I took a picture with him. And here I am going in thinking, oh, I meant to use the sticker and I didn't. But that's okay. Like I said, I think I'm going to do like a collage or something on the front of this book with all the leftover stickers that I have. So this is completed, and like I said, I always go through my whole book and do kind of a flip through and just kind of see if anything's missing, and then end up kind of adding things if I feel like I need to. I thought I would add it in just to see, and look at how chunky it already is. I was planning on doing 2 books, but adding this one in here, it's quite chunky already. So I think the second book is going to have to be pretty small, so that I can keep it. I really want to keep it in this Tokyo cover, just for the whole Tokyo trip. So thank you very much for joining me. There should be one more episode after this, and then that'll be my Tokyo album done. Bye.